Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Isabel, here with a manga haul. I haven't had one since February and I bought a lot of manga. We did just have 30 and 30, which means I've read a lot of the manga I bought, and actually my TBR shelf is pretty small for me. But also these are gonna be reorganized, so I was like, this is a perfect time for a haul because this summer you're getting a library room tour. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a manga haul. This is 50+-ish volumes, I believe. And I do wanna note that I did not buy these in a month. These have been spread out over time. A lot of these were bought with pre-order incentives, like 25% off at Barnes & Noble. So like, I don't buy my manga at full price. Just note that, like, I rarely buy full price manga. But this is also, again, accumulation of multiple months. So it's going to be a lot. And I'm going to divide it up via publisher, and then I will do a digital haul at the very end as well, because I have been picking up some copies digitally in the last few months as well. I'm trying to like be selective, obviously, about what I have on these shelves, because not only does this house my manga, it will also be housing some romance books and other genres I read. So we gotta have room for everybody. Yeah, let's jump right into it. I will have timestamps down below for each publisher subset that I do, and digital. I'm just gonna do digital all as one, because I'm just gonna like pull that up. So yeah, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with Vertical because I only have one comic from them, which is the norm. I think I only read one of their series. And that of course is Blood on the Tracks Volume 8. This is one of my all-time favorite series. This is a thriller manga. This is like a psychological thriller situation. Personally, I'm still like just in shock, stunned at the news that volume 13 is the end of the prologue of this series, and it is the longest series this mangaka has written, so we'll see how that goes. You know, I'm pre-ordered through the end of the year or further, I think, right now on this series, and I literally saw that tweet the other day and I was just like, what? This is like the end of the prologue? If you like psychological mind fucks and you haven't tried this one, I highly recommend it. So the next solid stack we have is Yen Press. So we're gonna go through all of these. I have the 15th volume in Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. I wanted to collect this series in full before I read it, because after I read volume 1 and 2, I think I read last year, I really liked it, and I knew that this is like my book nip or my manga nip, whatever you want to call it. I love monsters and beasts, so I knew immediately that I was gonna love this, and got all of them and pre-ordered the last few as they came out, and am ecstatic to marathon the series. Then we have Strawberry Fields, once again, volume 2 and 3. I picked these up recently and have read them. They're in my April wrap-up if you're curious on both thoughts, but this is a Yuri manga, or sapphic for my romance readers. So this is a Yuri manga about a girl. This one, she travels back in time to be with her partner earlier in life and fix some things. There's time travel and intrigue and mystery in this. It's a really solid little trilogy of volumes. It is complete on volume 3, so like you could pick up all 3 and read them. It took me a while to find these in store because I kept finding like volume 3 and not volume 2, so it just was a whole mess trying to pick all these up. But I got them and read them. I was really happy about it. Next we have Bungo Stray Dog, which I did read in my Stranger Picks My Manga vlog. If you're curious, I'll have it linked down below for you, of course. This was so fun, and I need to start picking up other volumes of it. Every time I go to the store, they don't have volume 2. So I'm probably gonna have to break down and just order it online. I'm probably gonna do that during the Right Stuff sale. Let me know if you love this series and think I should read it all. This one is a paranormal detective agency situation. They solve crimes and things. And they all have different abilities that are like paranormal-ish, which I really liked. This is a really fun read, and I'm very excited to try the rest of the series and probably check out the anime. Next we have Mint Chocolate Volume 5, which is a step-sibling romance. They are step-siblings as teenagers and already knew each other, and their parents end up getting married. This follows their relationship, and it's just been really cute so far, to be honest with you. I am really enjoying it. I think this is a fun one to pick up if you like that kind of dynamic. There's a lot of really good communication in this, which I don't expect in my high school romance shoujos. I appreciate that fact. Next, I picked up Mama Akuma. I cannot remember, but somebody was talking about this. It might have been Shay, it might have been somebody else I was watching. But this girl decides to adopt a demon as their parent. Like, that's their wish, so that's what we're following. It sounds really cute. Some of my favorite romances are these demon romances where people like sign a contract and slash help a demon like adjust to the real world. So this just sounds like perfectly up my alley. Next, we're gonna do my BLs from Sublime. I have quite the pile of them, which is more than normal. I've only recently really dove into the subgenre of manga. Of course, I have Dick Fight Island Volume 2. Loved it, was even better than the first one somehow. I don't know how, but it was. So for my Stranger Picks My Manga vlog, they picked up Therapy Game, Restart, Volume 2, which is actually a sequel. So because of that, I did keep it and decided to go ahead and pick up Therapy Game Restart Therapy Game Volume 1 and Volume 2. I did read Volume 1 and I really enjoyed it, and I'm very excited to unwrap and read Volume 2 sooner than later. This is about two people that hook up for the night, and then the next one, like the next day or whatever, they run into each other. My other one's forgotten about it, kind of. And he decides to get revenge, like have revenge sex slash revenge make him fall in love with him. It's a goofy plot. It was fun though. I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to see where Volume 2 takes us. Then we have Bad Boys Happy Home, which is a high school romance situation. They both like keep fighting each other in the park, and finds out he's homeless, invites him to come live with him, and it follows their romance. It's been really cute so far. I do need to read Volumes 2 and 3, which are the other ones I picked up. This is complete at 3 volumes, and I'm really excited. I quite enjoyed their love story. A little weird because they're in high school, obviously, but like, and it's explicit, but otherwise it was fine. But yeah, this was a really funny one. I laughed at it quite a bit. Volume 1 deals heavily with trauma around parental acceptance of being gay and sexual identity, so just FYI. Then I picked up Scattering His Virgin Bloom, which is an Omegaverse BL manga. Shay over at Shay Geeks Out recommended me this. She's like, you gotta pick it up. And I have a weird interest in Omegaverse. I like it sometimes and I don't like it sometimes. So of course I immediately ordered this. I'm very curious to see what I think when I do read it. Next we have Kodansha. Not too big a stack here, but we're gonna do this quickly and efficiently maybe. I have picked up volumes 2 and 3 of Lovesick Ellie. I read volume 1 digitally and picked it up physically, really liked it. I'm excited to continue the series and pick these up as they come out. This is a really cute shoujo romance. She ends up entering into a fake relationship with one of the popular boys at school and has been fantasizing about this forever, so we're kind of watching this happen for her, and it's interesting. Next, we have Those Not So Sweet Boys, which is by one of the mangakas I really like and got me back into manga. She wrote That Wolf Boy Is Mine and Love and Focus, and this is one of her longer series now. These volumes were great. I really liked volume 5 and 6. I felt like we're getting good story progression, and I cannot wait for volume. Next, we have my end all be all, another all-time favorite series, which is Something's Wrong With Us volume 7 and 8. I am relieved this is done in Japan, so we hopefully maybe will get them quickly, because that's all I want in my life, is to finish the series. I need to know what happens in this series, like desperately. If you haven't picked this up, this is a dark romance, psychologically thriller, situation, murder, mystery. It's got kind of everything for my people who like suspense and like those items, and you like romance, especially darker romances. I feel like it has it all. I can't guarantee an HEA yet because obviously we're not done, but if you like that mix, Something's Wrong With Us is a perfect manga for you. Then we have Rent a Girlfriend volume 1, which again was in that Stranger Picks My Manga vlog. I also picked up volumes 2 and 3 because I enjoyed this. I thought this was really goofy and fun. It was a little bit of that humor that I don't always love, but I did enjoy in this. So volumes 2 and 3 are in my collection to read sooner than later. Then last but not least, of course, is another one of my faves, which is A Sign of Affection. This volume 4 came out recently and I devoured it during 30 and 30 and absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for volume 5 and to see where the rest of this is going. I just really love their relationship. This is a college age romance with a girl who is deaf and she uses sign language, and she's teaching her boyfriend now sign language, and it's just a really sweet romance. I'm just loving it. We're gonna do this next. Let's get the chunky boys out of the way. I am starting my Death Note Black Edition collection. I was debating what editions of Death Note I wanted to collect, and when I was visiting where I used to live, they had 1 through 3, and I said, well, apparently we're getting the black edition, because generally speaking, I've only been finding either later volumes or only one. So I think these are kind of coming back into circulation again. I do actually need to read Death Note, but I picked it up. We have started the collection and I'm excited. Death Note is very special in my heart because it is one of the first animes I got my partner to watch, and thus began their interest in anime. So you can't beat it, y'all, you can't beat it. So the one that is not a shoujo beat from Viz is How to Be Relationship Volume 1. I've read all of these. I'm current with the series. I'm mixed on the series, but I finally got Volume 1. So I had to pick it up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the series or not. We're gonna see where we go in the next like volume or two before I make a decision. But this is another sapphic college romance. I would say it takes a turn around volume 3 and 4. So if you're curious, try it, but be ready for a turn that you're possibly not expecting. Next, I have started collecting Nana as it re-releases. So I got volumes 3, 4, and 5. I'm missing volume 2 still, so I do need to find that. But for now, in the re-releases, I'm up to 5, which is exciting. This is a classic for me. This is one that I read when I was younger, and I don't remember a lot of it because I was like in middle school or high school when I read this. So I'm just really excited they're reprinting them, and I'm gonna be able to pick up the whole series and have it. It just has a sweet spot in my heart. Next, we have Rose and Blood, Volume 2. I've read this, it was okay. This is a reverse harem polyamorous vampire romance about a girl who gets stuck at this mansion situation when her like carriage crashes or something. It's an interesting one. They eat like crystallized blood. Next, we of course have my group, my faves, my babies, Yona of the Dawn, Volume 35. I really enjoyed Volume 35, but I am anxiously awaiting Volume 36 and not ready to be caught up with Japan here very quickly. So we'll see how that goes for me. Yona is a fantasy romance, if you haven't read it yet, that follows a young girl who watches her father be murdered by her cousin, and her guard go on the run, and she turns out to be the reincarnated Dragon King and has the power over these 4 dragons. Next, we have my Love Mix-Up Volumes 2 and 3. I really, really love this series. I did read these during 30 and 30 as well and absolutely loved them. I cannot wait for Volume 4 and to see where the story is going. It's just a really cute shoujo romance. I do need to watch the adaptations. This follows a boy who is mistaken as being in love with another boy because his name is on an eraser, but it wasn't actually his name, like part of the letter was missing. And it just goes from there. Last but not least, I picked up Millennium Snow Volumes 1 and 2. I found these at a local comic shop, so I was like, oh, I want to buy something to support them. So I picked these up. I'm going to slowly collect this series and read it all. These are the like Twilight-y vampire manga is my understanding. I'm very excited. I'm expecting them to be pretty dated. All right, it's time for the last section. Well, besides digital, it's time for last physicals. We have 7 Seas manga, which I have a huge stack of. And we're gonna just roll through them. Okay, so first we have I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which is a bind up of all the volumes. I don't remember how many volumes the series actually is, but this is a great bind up. I really enjoyed this one. I did give this 5 stars. It made me cry, which doesn't happen a lot in things I read. So I feel like that's a win for this book, I guess, in a weird way. I really enjoyed this. This follows a boy who befriends a girl who's dying of pancreatic disease, and we follow their friendship and her going through the process of death and along with his grieving process. It's really good. It deals a lot with grief though, so be ready for that. Next, I have I'm in Love with a Villainess, Volume 2, which is about a girl who gets transported into a video game and falls in love with a villainess. I have Volume 1. I need to read these. I'm excited about them. Then we have one of my favorite Yuri romances, which is Our Teachers Are Dating, Volume 4. This is the finale to the series. It is just a 4-volume set. It is so good. It is a sapphic romance about 2 co-workers and their love story. It is the sapphic Sweat and Soap is the best comparison I can have. If you like Sweat and Soap, you will like Our Teachers Are Dating. Then we have Bite Maker Volume 4. I would like to give a big content warning on this volume. There is sexual assault in this, so be prepared, be warned. I just don't want this to take anybody by surprise. This is an Omegaverse manga and I am enjoying it, but if Volume 5 is not a fave, This was a 3-star. I will be dropping the series. Next we have Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games Volume 1 and 2. I have read both of these and enjoyed them immensely. This is about 2 girls at a boarding school who like to play fighting games, but video games aren't allowed, so they just sneak them at night, and it's just really, it's kind of campy in a way, I feel like, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a very fun series. I'm curious to see where it's gonna go story-wise, but yeah, they're sneaking into rooms at night to play video games on banned devices. Then we have I'm a Wolf, but My Boss is a Sheep. This is a office shoujo romance style josei. I don't know. I don't remember which. But anyways, this is an office romance about a girl who is the boss of her department, and she's a sheep, and her newest employee is a wolf. And it's just really cute. Way cuter than I expected it to be, but I am loving it, and I cannot wait to get the next volume in like November. I don't know. It's a ways away. But I am excited for volume 2, and this just like really surprised me. I wasn't sure if I'd be into it, but I was very into it. Then we have The Savior's Book Cafe in Another World. I have volumes 1 and 2, which I've read and adored. This is about a girl who agrees to go to another world with like a, I can't think of the name of this type of manga, but anyways, it's a style of manga, right? So she goes to the other world and she makes all these wishes and ends up with her dream, which is this book cafe. She meets the head of the royal guard, and they fall in love, and it's really cute, but she's also hiding that she's like a savior of the world. I really like it. I'm excited for more in this series, and the first 2 volumes are just kind of the perfect cute little romance. Next we have Skip and Loafer. I have volume 2, 3, and 4 here to read. I picked these up as soon as I finished volume 1 because I really enjoyed volume 1, and I was like, well, we're in. This is about a girl who comes to Tokyo for high school, and she's from the country. Like, they had no one in their school, like it was a very small school. And it's about her transitioning and making friends, and it's just really cute. I really like the friend group dynamic happening. They all don't like each other or think they like each other, let me put it that way, / think they'll get along, but yet they are, and it's just really cute. I'm really excited to catch up on this. Then we have another favorite, which is Fire in His Fingertips Volume 3. Oh, I'm so happy this is out. I still need to read it. It's like on my list, like to read ASAP this month in May. It just came out early May. This is my favorite very dirty manga. This is basically a hentai. I do want to give a quick note that this is not going to work for everyone, because in the first volumes, the girl is our main character, Rio, is very reluctant. Which is like a thing in these kinds of books often. So if that's not your jam, you're not gonna like it. You're gonna feel consent issues. I was able to roll with it, but they're finally dating. So volume 3, we're gonna follow them dating, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. Apparently her ex-boyfriend shows up in this volume, so I'm very curious. Then we have My Androgynous Boyfriend, Volume 3. This only comes out like twice a year. Volume 3 was a really great continuation of the story, and I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for Volume 4. This is one of my favorite little josei romances. They've been together since high school, and it's really cute how much they communicate and how it's just kind of following their relationship. And the last physical manga I have is My Senpai is Annoying, Volume 7, which I have read. Did enjoy. I felt like this was a great continuation of the series. I feel like we're getting some reveals about love interests in each other. And again, it's another slice of life. Like, it's very just chill to read, and I appreciate that about it. Sometimes I need things that are like low angst and low stakes, and this feels very low stakes. That is all of the 7 C's manga I have, and now we're gonna talk about all the digital manga I bought recently, which is not a ton, but I feel like I'd be remiss not to include it. So I picked up Stitch and the Samurai volumes 1, 2, and 3. I have read volume 1. I loved it. This is a very cute manga. It is on Scribd, by the way. If you aren't on Scribd, I have a link down below for you to join for like free 60 days. And you very easily could read all 3 of these in like a sitting. These are a very cute manga about Stitch crash landing in like feudal Japan. And this samurai wants to pet him and befriend him, and we follow that journey, and it's so stinking cute. Highly recommend. Then I also picked up My Boyfriend in Orange volume 9, 10, and 11. This is so I can be caught up on the series, and I think it's over with volume 11. I'm not positive, but I would like to go ahead and finish this out. I read this a few years ago on Kindle Unlimited and really enjoyed it, but I have yet to pick up the rest of the series and finish it, so I figured now was the perfect time. I had like one of those get $6 credit back deals, so that's why I did that. That is all the manga I have bought in the last 4 months, 3 months. We're not gonna judge my buying habits, it's fine. I don't buy a lot of books besides manga, honestly, these days, but that's everything I bought. If you have read any of these series and think there's one I should prioritize that I haven't read yet, let me know in the comments. And if you don't want to do that, you can leave me a flower emoji of your choice. Take your pick. Because it's warm weather here. It was literally just raining. Like, we're in it. We're in spring. Summer is headed our way very quickly. So that's all I have for you today. I will have links to all of these books in that description box for you, as well as links to Be My Friend anywhere on the internet. And I will talk to y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions. We'll get away.